good? Okay, go. Welcome, everybody, to the Cecil Township Planning Commission meeting, May 19th, 2022. Calling to order at 19:03. Start off with the approval of minutes from the April 21st meeting. Christie, Jack added that date in for you, April 18th.
Thank you. I would make a motion to suspend open.
What's that?
Because we need three.
Um,
And Dave and I. Don't you have to table?
no, two of us can vote and two abstain and it still passes.
Why, who's abstaining? Or who's,
Barbara and Dave.
Barbara and Dave weren't here last month, but Christie and I can vote to approve and two abstain, so it's 2-.
minutes, you should be able to adopt them with two,
Yeah.
with two extensions, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, well, I guess I will make the motion to approve then.
I will second.
A motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Abstain.
All right. With two approvals and two abstentions, the minutes are approved. There is no old business. The Centimark Garage Addition site plan has been tabled at the last minute, had been pulled from the agenda, I should say, at the last minute. So we're moving on to new business. We have application 2022-0014, elevated property cell tower, conditional use. Applicant Elevated Properties, LLC, AT&T, and Verizon Wireless. Gentlemen?
Yeah, so we're planning on building a cell phone tower near 162 County Line. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, we're planning on building a cell phone tower near 162 County Line Road. And we have AT&T and Verizon, both are in need of coverage in that area, so they're both as part of the same application. We're building the tower, they'll be putting their antennas on it. Basically, it's a 199-foot self-supporting tower, monopole, with a small fenced compound, and there will be a couple areas inside that fenced compound for Verizon and AT&T to use for their radio equipment. Yeah, that's the basic overview of it. A monopole, if you're not familiar, is a pole. There's no guy wires. And it's a smaller visual footprint as well than a lattice tower, even which would be 3 legs with X bracing and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think that's the quick summary, and willing to take any questions. I know there's a lot of documents here, a lot of things in the conditional use. I think we addressed them all, but if you have any questions or haven't, had a chance to look at it.
Adjoining properties?
Are people that have been contacted, the neighbors been contacted?
They will be contacted prior to Board of Supervisors, is what Liz told us, and that would be certified mail.
Okay, so they have not been.
They have not been contacted yet, no.
Now,
they have
these
not.
are residents within 300 feet, or?
300 feet of the exterior property line. So some of those get pretty far away, obviously, because it is, yeah, I think it's
Some of those
a
are.
4-acre property, so the boundaries are it's pretty extensive, so.
Some of those are in Allegheny County.
Yes, a couple of them are in Allegheny County. I think the Allegheny County properties are PennDOT-owned properties at the time, so.
How, I'm trying to remember where, like, 162 is. So
Let me show
how
it to you.
close is it to the Cherry Brook?
It's on the other side of Morganza Road. This site is located at the end of the cul-de-sac of County Line Road. The cul-de-sac was established by the Turnpike when they did the construction and separated County Line Road, so there's no connection between Allegheny County and Washington County.
Is there a County Line Road? I know that that's like an extension, that cul-de-sac is what had been County Line Road on the other side. Is that still County Line Road as well?
The portion that's on the other side of the toll road that's in
Yeah.
South Fayette is County Line Road also.
Okay.
Yes. It's been segmented. Would you mind, for the record, state your name, please?
Sure. My name is Matt Walker
Okay.
with Elevated Properties.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
So we know.
Matt, I apologize. I think Jack scrolled through it, and I missed it. What is the elevation of the pole?
It is a 199-foot total height. Now, it's a 195-foot pole. I know the engineer had a question about that. It's a 195-foot pole, and we have a 4-foot lightning rod on top, which is about the size of your thumb. But per the FAA, it has to be included in the overall height. So there's some confusion that way, but that's what that's about.
Out of curiosity, you say it's a supporting tower. Is that like a relay tower because of the arc? Is this, does it enhance the service in the area? Is that what it's for? Or-
Yes, yeah, it will be to provide better coverage and also to, I think, improve coverage as well on the new interchange there, which wasn't there before. It's also going to improve coverage, though, significantly in a lot of the housing communities to the, I guess that would be west of County Line Road. And west of 79, east of 79, and west. But okay, yeah.
And when I call up 162 County Line Road, I'm looking at
Yeah.
this right here.
Yeah, so if you pull back to, just go a little further west,
Go to parcel 140, Jack. Dan pointed it out to me this afternoon. Go to the left. Bring it down.
Left?
Yes. Okay. No, Dan pointed out to me it's on this parcel.
yes, it's that parcel there,
This one?
yes.
Okay. Mazza, right?
Yes,
There you go.
yeah.
Okay.
So the other parcels, I believe, were purchased by PennDOT, and they gave him an easement, because they were his parcels to begin with. They gave him an easement there from the cul-de-sac up through the property.
Okay.
The PennDOT property.
That's the one we're talking about right there.
That's it, yeah.
Anything else I can show?
It's just the back corner of the property, right?
It is, it's right about, yeah, it's in the drawings, but it's, well, it's reloading. But it's about dead center back of the property, toward the back of the property, yeah.
Back edge,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I recall.
The plan I have here shows it being positioned like right where Jack had had arrow, right above the
Yep,
parcel ID number.
yep,
Right
right,
there.
right about
Right
there.
there.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
No, now we just need to figure out how to get better coverage in South Point, so I don't drop calls walking from my desk down to my car.
We can look into it, but. Yeah.
Is there anything that requires submission or notification to the adjoining landowners prior to planning commission?
No, I don't believe so. It's a conditional use.
Yeah,
So it goes to a
Notification.
hearing.
They'll go to the hearing, and they're gonna have to come back for land development approval,
okay.
once they get their conditional use if it's granted.
I thought so, but I wasn't positive, so.
Yeah.
Joe Gateway has a letter.
Yeah, we
Review
have
letter.
a letter that was dated May 17th, 2022, with some items. I don't know if you're in receipt of a copy of that?
Yes, we did, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'll just go over a couple of things. Add a graphic scale of the site plan sheets, detail for the proposed surfaces for the facility, parking, access drive need to be shown on the plan. Dimension the buildings to the property lines, show the size of the existing buildings, show the property setback lines, dimension the proposed parking spaces, and they must be labeled on the plan. And then the conditional use application must be signed by the registered owner of the property. And then the remaining items were items that were relative to the conditional use ordinance requirements. Most of those have been addressed. I think a couple of them need to be just some clarification added to them. And I'm just looking here quickly on this. Landscaping plan needs to be provided since the slotted fencing does not meet the requirement of landscaping. And let's see, the facility may not include offices, vehicle storage, or outdoor storage. Application states there's no unpermitted accessory buildings proposed. And I guess it's unclear what is the proposed AT&T and Verizon lease areas. Provide clarification. And then provide verification regarding whether or not there's any changes on an annual basis. And if a facility is not used for 6 continuous months, the facility must be removed by the party responsible for erecting the facility. So that's been acknowledged. I think, so in general, all the comments need to be addressed. The only reason you're here before the planning commission to get a vote to move it on to the board of supervisors so they can schedule the conditional use hearing. So that's all. Let me ask you one question. I mean, it's irrelevant here. I know this came up someplace else recently. We have the requirement that if the facility is not used for 6 months, it must be removed. I don't think Cecil Township has it, and I'm not encouraging it, but in some places they would encourage a bond to be posted equivalent to the value of what the demolition is. But I'm not encouraging that. I was just kind of curious, what would you think the cost of demolition of a tower would be?
Agree, other jurisdictions, we've seen that.
Yeah.
And in the past, typically, once we include, there's a lot of value in the tower and a lot of value in the steel and all the copper and all the things in there. So it's actually ends up being quite a bit less than maybe most people think. So it ends up being,
An asset.
$7,000-8,000.
Okay.
Maybe. So, and most of the time they just say, okay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to hold you to that. I was just
Yeah.
kind of curious.
Yeah.
I've seen that in a couple other
Yes.
municipalities where they want the applicant to bond.
Correct.
for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, thank you.
Yep.
I'm satisfied.
Any other questions, concerns, motion?
I'll make a motion to approve application 2022-0014 from Elevated Property Cell Tower to move on to supervisors pending that all comments from Gateway Engineers letter dated May 17th, 2022 are addressed.
I'll second the motion.
All right, we have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
can. Here, I'll give it.
One that comes to mind is the landscaping requirement. The conditional use language isn't very clear. It just says kind of the landscaping shall be determined, I think, by the Board of Supervisors. So that's why we said, well, because of its location, you know, it's already kind of back in the woods. We're like, well, we could slat the fence, which, that's fine if we need to put other landscaping, but I guess how do we address those things? Is that through Gateway? Is that through the Board of Supervisors?
It's through Gateway.
Okay.
I mean, I think what I've seen, I didn't review this, I'm filling in this evening, so,
Okay.
you know, I think maybe you've seen, what I've seen is maybe a ring of arborvitae around the fence
Okay.
of the facility, just to provide some green space.
Okay.
And I understand what you're saying. It may
Yeah.
be out of sight, out of mind.
Sure.
But I think, you know, looking at maybe what some of the other cell tower applicants have done, they've put the
Keep it
arborvitae.
consistent.
Keep it consistent, yeah.
Okay. Okay, good enough.
I think
Thank
there's
you.
also an opportunity in the conditional use hearing to negotiate some of those points as well.
Possible, sure.
I would be prepared
Sure,
either way.
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. There's no ordinances or amendments, no correspondence or announcements. Jack, I'll leave you off the hook this month.
You know, it's Monday, right? We have the future land use map workshop on Monday, the 23rd.
Actually, I'm glad you said it, because no, I didn't know that.
Okay,
I
well,
never received a,
put myself back on the hook. Yeah, I just advertised it. I will send you the advertisement and I mean, it's confidential information at this point, so the marked up map, proposed map, that the supervisors are gonna be reviewing, this Monday, so, it's not, you know, it's not a slam dunk right now, but, it is as close to final as we can get it. I still have to go back through the entire comprehensive, plan and make sure all the edits were made, so.
so Monday, the 23rd.
7 o'clock.
Okay. Any items for discussion? Comments from any toddlers?
Get me out of here.
Well timed. Got a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Meeting adjourned. 19:22.